Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, in my previous video, I reacted to Kylie Minogue's new single, A Second to Midnight, and the response was overwhelming. You liked it so much, I got several new people in the channel, and I asked in the comments if I should react to her career, to her entire discography, and you wanted it, so here I am. Now, her career is huge. I'm looking here on Spotify, it goes all the way back to 1988, and it is still going, and there's at least 15 albums. So I feel like we should settle some basics here. I'm only going to react, at least in this series, to her non-special studio albums. So I see here she's got 3 Christmas albums. We're not listening to that. She's got live albums. We're not listening to that. She's got greatest hits compilations. We are not listening to that, okay? We only care about the studio albums. Kylie, Enjoy Yourself, Rhythm of Love, Let's Get To It, Kylie Minogue, Impossible Princess, Light Years, Fever, Body Language, Showgirl, no, this is live, X, Aphrodite, Kiss Me Once, and Golden, and Disco, which we're not going to react because I listened to on my own last year when it dropped, and it's not going to be a reaction. We're going to be listening to Disco, Expanded Disco, D Deluxe, I don't know how she's going to call it, but the Disco version we're going to get later this year. I'm going chronological because I think that's the best way of going in a discography. I don't see the point in going backwards. I don't see the point in picking the best ones according to you guys. So I'm going chronological, and her first album is Kylie from 1988. Right at the bat, I know 2 tracks in it. The first 2 ones, I Should Be So Lucky, Bop, Locomotion, hit. I don't really like the Locomotion, but it is a hit. And I do love I Should Be So Lucky because I listened to it several years ago, right when I first discovered it. So yeah, let's go. The first track is called I Should Be So Lucky. It has been a long time though. I don't think I heard this song in the last 3 years maybe. If I still remember the lyrics, I'm going to be quite surprised. Yeah, I still remember the lyrics. This song is so good. You fell in love with me. I fell in love with you. Dreaming's all I do. If only they come true. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky in love. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. I should be so lucky in love. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. This song is so catchy and it's so 80s. If you've watched my other videos, you know how much I like 80s tracks and 80s inspired tracks, and this is straight up from the 80s, so this is the real deal and it's so good. Next track, The Locomotion. I think this might be her most famous song. I know her biggest hit when it comes to sales is Can't Get You Out of My Head. My mind? My head can't get you out of my head. But I think Locomotion is more iconic because who has never heard this part? You know, it's the beginning. Everybody knows it. From the start. It has to be her most iconic one. I know you'll get to like it if you give it a chance now. Do the locomotion. And that was the second track in the album that I already knew, but now we're heading into the tracks I never heard. There's 8 more to go, 8 new ones. So this is going to be Je ne sais pas pourquoi. It's going to be the first new track we're going to react to in this journey. So come along, that was just the intro. Je ne sais pas pourquoi, track number 3. Is she singing in French? love the 80s. This reminds me so much of True Blue by Madonna. Not the song, the album. The sonority of that late 80s. Oh, I love this. It makes me happy. She hasn't even started singing. It's been 25 seconds of beat and I love it. It sounds animated. It sounds like something I would hear in a game from back in the day. It brings me memories that I didn't know I had because I probably didn't. It's the vibe, you know? It's the atmosphere it creates. It's so good.
Where are you now? Are you with another love? It's not the first time you stood me up and let me down. I'm wondering why I still love you. Je ne sais pas pourquoi I still want you.
That's perfect! Je ne sais pas pourquoi. That's literally perfect. It fits the beat entirely. I'm in love. Let me add this to my library. It's only been 1 minute, but let me do it.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Lights about town. I'm wondering why.
I love that build up. It's and then it just clashes down into the chorus, which is so pretty because I love the je ne sais pas pourquoi part.
I still love you. Je ne sais pas pourquoi.
This is a long outro. It was a very common thing back then to have long outros. This is definitely a long outro, but it's appreciated because I did really like the production in this one, and I think it's the combination. You know, her vocals were lovely. I don't know, looking at the cover, she looks like a little girl, like 15 something, and I wouldn't be surprised if she were, because to have a 33, I'm not that good at maths. Yeah, to have a 33-year-old career, she could have been like 17 or something. Maybe, I don't know. She looks like a little girl on the cover at least. And her vocals sound very lovely, very girly, and I think that's very nice because it suits both the message of the song and the production so well. It's really pretty. Lyrically, I think I don't know if she's talking about an unrequited love, because she says, I still love you. So I think maybe she was with someone, they broke up and he moved on. And because she says that maybe you're with some new love, and now she's just wondering why she still loves them. But it doesn't really go as to why she shouldn't, or if it does, I missed that part completely. But I don't know. She's in love with someone who once loved her, and now he doesn't. I think it's an interesting song. Next track, It's No Secret.
It's no secret, it's no secret. It's no secret that how you changed my life that day. But with each tomorrow, you just seem to drift away. But you were cheating on me. But I was the last to know.
Also, this is maybe the mean part that I was talking about. the middle part of the relationship, why they broke up. He was cheating on her. Oh, but she still loves him. But he's with someone else because he was already with someone else. And she doesn't know why she still loves him. Because he cheated on her. Oh my God, this makes so much sense.
And it's no secret, it's no secret, it's no secret. How you hurt me inside. And it's no secret because you don't.
Do I know this song? That it's no secret part. I feel like I may have heard that before. Maybe. I'll look it up later and see if this was a single. If it were, maybe it played on the radio sometime. And I listened to it like in the back of my mind, didn't really pay attention to it because anything else doesn't remind me of nothing, okay? But the it's no secret part, that does remind me of something. Maybe it's similar to something else, or maybe it's just because it's the 80s and every song kind of sounded similar to another. But it does remind me of something. It does ring a bell somewhere in my mind.
Then I discovered, I guess you couldn't love me like you said you loved me. Oh no, why was I the last to know?
She's pissed, you know, you can hear it in her voice. It's kind of powerful. I like that.
You were cheating on me. But I was the last to know.
I'm sorry. I don't know if he was good in bed or if he was... I was gonna say he was good in general, but he's not good in general because if he were, he wouldn't have cheated on you. But whatever he had that was attractive to you, you shouldn't still love him. He cheated. Just move on. That's like a major breaker for me. If I'm with someone, he could be the handsomest person on earth. He cheats, goodbye. There's no je ne sais pas pourquoi. There's no je ne sais pas pourquoi in there. There's no follow-up song to that. Just go. Bye. No still love yous here. Just bye.
And it's no secret because you told everybody was a lie.
Because you told everybody? What a jerk. What's the point? He publicly humiliated her. That's ridiculous. I don't even know who she's singing about, but if I meet them, that is so ridiculous. What the fuck?
It's no secret, it's no secret, it's no secret. How you hurt me inside.
Of course it hurt you inside. Not just the cheating, but the telling everyone part. And you still love him? Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's no secret because you told everybody was a lie. And it's no secret.
It was a lie.
It's no secret. No secret because you told everybody.
Wow. Poor Kylie to have gone through that. That is really fucked up. Damn, this song is so sad. It's so good, but it's so sad. If it were a ballad, I would have cried. Really, it's awful. It's an awful track. It's an awful experience. Oh my god. Wow. What a jerk. Okay, next track, Got to Be Certain. Every track kind of sounds similar. It's good for cohesiveness purpose, but it's a little interesting. Maybe it's the same producer. It could be. After all that you've been through, I think it's very healthy that you're admitting your thoughts on what love should be and on what to expect from your next lover. And I think it's very, I'll say healthy again. I think it's very healthy that you're asking them to wait because you have to be certain. I didn't get to that part, but I think that's where it's going based on what she's singing so far. See? Won't you wait for me? Yeah, I think it's very healthy that she's doing that. And I think the song is very important for herself after what she talked about and Je ne sais pas pourquoi and It's No Secret. And I really love the storytelling of the album. You can really make an entire story out of all the tracks that's going on here. As you should. As you should. You don't want to. You don't have to. Nobody has to. Ask them for some time. If they grant it, fine. If they don't, alright. You know, she's got to be certain after everything that she's gone through. She needs that certainty. And that's fine. That's good. That's healthy. Congratulations, Kylie. Thank you for this track. This is very important. And I feel like I should send this to some friends of mine. I still come back for more. Such a fool, but I couldn't stop myself. That's Je ne sais pas pourquoi. I don't know why I love you. I still love you. I don't know why. She comes back for more. That's a cross-reference. Oh my god, this album is so well woven together. It's amazing. If you wanna love to be, I know you'll wait for me. I've got to be, got to anymore. I'm not asking for a love to last forever. Anymore. Alright, I think I said what I had to say about this track. It's so nice. It's good, of course, as a song, but I think it's so nice and important, the message of it. So, yes, I'm gonna add this to my library. In fact, it's 5 out of 5 so far. They're all in my library. Maybe this is going to be the first album with all tracks liked. Who knows? We've been expecting that for a while. Track number 6, Turn It Into Love. With that title, it could be a continuation of the other tracks. Let's go. Did you believe I let you down? Your jealous heart gave you the runaround. This one I definitely know. Oh my god. This one I 100% know. Wait.
You see that I would always be a friend. If you look inside your heart and understand what's tearing you apart, you gotta trust someone. Don't let hate get in the way.
Oh my god, I know this song. I know this song. I didn't know it was hers. I didn't know the title. I didn't know anything about this. But I knew it. I'm so happy right now. Oh my god.
Turn it into love, and don't break up your heart, and you'll never feel ashamed if you turn it into love. Turn it into love, and don't break up your heart, and you'll never feel ashamed.
Into love. Oh my god, I'm so happy I discovered this song again. I can't tell you the last time I listened to it, or maybe could have been the first time I listened to it. I don't know. I know this track. You saw me singing without ever hearing it because, well, I did some time. But I know this song. I don't know. It has to be from the radio. It has to be from the radio, because if it were from a film, I would get the images of the films, and I got the images of nothing. But it has to be from the radio. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I discovered this. Right out of the bat, thank you. I wouldn't have otherwise, because I probably wouldn't listen to this album by myself. Or if I would, it wouldn't be anytime soon. And now I rediscovered this track. I'm so happy. This was already worth the journey just for this track alone. But the entire album is also so good. Next track, I Miss You.
I'm starting to think I'm only you. I read all your letters over and over and over. I go to the mirror next to the photograph of you. I know it sounds crazy. It brings me much closer to you.
It doesn't really sound crazy. I mean, you keep reminding yourself of him. It's not crazy that looking at his photograph, reading his letters brings you close to him. It's actually quite natural. Maybe it was something crazy in the 80s, but now it's natural, it's normal. I wouldn't expect any other outcome.
Will you be back one day? Miss you. Yeah, I miss you. They tell me I daydream, but all of my dreams are only you. I look through the window and wish I could be with you. They say that I'm wasting time, but I can't get.
That's sad. The thing about this album is that the tracks, not all of them, but this one and that other one too, they all sound happy. But then you look at the lyrics and you pay attention to it, and it's actually rather sad. But it's covered in layers of upbeat production that makes it look happy, when it actually isn't. It's an interesting approach, and that's something I kind of appreciate, because I think overall, singing and dancing is a better way of dealing with sadness than crying. Yes, I still cry sometimes, but I personally think that I would rather dance my sorrows away than crying them. That's just me, perhaps. But yeah, I kind of appreciate the way this album goes when it comes to that aspect. Miss you. Also, even if I don't know the track, even if I have never listened to them, the moment it comes to the chorus, I pick it up. And I'm always singing it towards the end because I already got it. That's either because it's repetitive, but it doesn't sound repetitive. It actually, it's good. Or because it's very well done. And I'm more inclined towards the latter option because I think this album is very well done. 7 out of 7 so far. Let's keep going. Now the 8th track is I'll Still Be Loving You. Even after everything that happened. Ay, 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 Kylie, don't. That's how you become the mature one in the relationship. Instead of being the it's no secret guy that cheated because he wanted to break up and to be with someone else and publicly humiliated her. She's like, okay, you don't love me? Fine. I'll be strong. I'll still be loving you. I'll be missing you. I'll be sad. But I hope you find someone nice. I hope you find someone who loves you because that's what you deserve. Maturity. Thank you. Thank you, Kylie, for showing that in 1988. At the same time your man from It's No Secret wasn't. Thank you. I don't know who produced this album, but they did a damn thing with it. It's those little somethings here and there throughout the entire album that make it so special. It's from '88. It's definitely a reflection of its time, but it's 2021, 33 years later, and I'm still enjoying it a lot. Not just because of the nostalgia, but because of the overall quality of it. It's timeless, even though it's time reflective. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because that's how I feel when I listen to it. And the fade out as always. One more track that I completely love. 8 out of 8. Next track. Look My Way, track number 9. We're almost at the end. Oh, I don't want it to be over though. Just 10 tracks. I get it. It was her first album. They weren't sure if she was going to, really hit the chart. So they probably made it experimental with just 10 tracks. They're all rather short, like 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 30. The biggest one is 4 minutes. I think as we go, we're going to have bigger albums. And back then, albums were generally short. I think True Blue was only 10 tracks, and Madonna was already a very well-established actress, because very well-established singer, I'm sorry, because they used to release more albums. Madonna's actually a good exception of it. She tended to release albums from 2 to 3 years, but artists like Aretha Franklin, for instance, she dropped like 2 albums a year. Donna Summer dropped 3 in a year, and something like, and similar. So yeah, that's way out of the conversation, by the way. I deviated. Next track, Look My Way. Into the Groove. Let me check the credits. Not the same producer as Into the Groove, but interesting. Dun, 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 dun. And you can dance. For inspiration. It's very similar. I relate to this so much. Damn, this was straight at me.
When I see you, you bring out a special need in me. I wanna hold you very close to me. I can't think of another who could make me feel the way you do. You could make me so happy.
Oh my god, every single line so far I'm relating. Oh god, this track really is made for me. Jesus Christ. If you would look my way, I would give everything I have to you. I like how she emphasizes the if, because that's also exactly how I feel. If it doesn't happen, it generally doesn't. It hasn't so far, it won't. So, if you would look my way, I would give everything I have to you. And I may be quoting her as well as I may be quoting myself, because this track really is made for me.
Give everything I have to you.
Once again, the producers are coming through with this one. This sounds so great. Oh my god. Baby. I like this one as well. I'm gonna add this to my library because even though it keeps reminding me of myself on something I didn't want to, it's also very good. And it's 9 out of 9. We're going to the last track. If I like this, then Kylie is going to officially be the first album I react to in this channel, and I have reacted to quite a few of them, in which all the tracks are going to my library. Is it going to be our first? Let's listen. Love at First Sight. It is. Oh my god, I already know it is. This started great.
Never thought I would fall for a stranger. Never thought I'd be so naive. Tried explaining the stranger's disadvances. I knew I should see him some more. To tell him I loved him, I wanted to say it right then. Believe in love at first sight. Believe in love at first sight. Believe in love at first sight.
I liked that.
Not sure it just happened to me. Now I believe in love at first sight.
and it's over. God, this album was so good. I might go as far as to say this was the best album I listened to this year. I loved it completely. Front to back, top to bottom, everything about it. My favorite tracks are I Should Be So Lucky, The Locomotion, Je Ne Sais Pas Pourquoi, It's No Secret, Got to Be Certain, Turn It Into Love, I Miss You, I'll Still Be Loving You, Look My Way, and Love at First Sight. Did you notice something? I said the name of every track because all the tracks have little hearts next to them. All the tracks are on my library. All the tracks were good. I said it as I was listening to I Miss You. This album is definitely time reflective. I don't need to see that little ear on Spotify saying that it was from 88 for me to guess that it was from 88, because it sounds like it's from the 80s. It sounds like it's from the late 80s, from that true blue type of era. But it's still timeless. For some reason, it sounding like it's from the 80s doesn't make it any less enjoyable. In fact, I think it only adds to it because it adds a certain nostalgia to it, that it's a feeling that I really love. I got to re-listen to tracks that I already did and I already liked. I got to rediscover a track that I had forgotten existed, and it made my day to do that. And it made my day to listen to this album. It made our week to listen to this album. And I am so happy for that. So, for that, thank you for the support on my previous Kylie Minogue video. If it wasn't for it, I would probably not have listened to this. I would probably not have dived into her discography. At least not now. And if I did, it would be by myself, which is not the same thing. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you've got any other requests, please tell me. I'll be thrilled to react to them, as I always am. I do hope to see my next video. The next Kylie video is going to be released, I don't know. Depends on me. Might be this week, might be next week. We have a new release on Friday, and it's going to be Adele's new single. But the next Kylie album is going to be Enjoy Yourself. When it comes, it comes. When it does, you'll be notified. So please subscribe and like the video so you know when it's going to happen. I do hope to see my next video. Bye.